Hello, once again, we're playing Final Fantasy XVI. We're gonna continue the story. We're headed for the three cities of Kanver.
Sounds like thunder.
It. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is? Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in the city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the horde arrived. Some in the merchants' district to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the merchants' district, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things. They've been routed. Sick 'em! Over here! They're wearing Waluta armor. enough of you, are there? This one. That sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy. Where the city's leaders gather. There may still be survivors inside.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rosfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am sleipnir of House Harbard, and you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't hold back. You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Muthos. Yes! Yes! This one! Enjoying yourself? This one. This one. Get him. Over here! Over here! Well done. Mythos. The vessel is strong. My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
Get back.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
All the rest.
Joshua!
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some gil you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself. Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. Finished, are you?
Yep. What's that for you, dear? Yeah, that should do you. Not my best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. Not my best work, but it'll do. Yeah, that should do you. Not my best work, but it'll do. That it? Fine.
My Lord Marquis, I heard about Eastpool, that some of my fellow Guardians are to build a new home there.
It's true.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but...
Oscar, I'd like you to assist Sir Wade in the rebuilding efforts.
But my training is not yet complete.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters. But I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Rebuild her home.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
Oh, what is it? There's no one like our Nan. Your lad's worth double that. And I've never looked back. Be careful out there.
Oh, Sean. You don't know what you're talking about.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with a cat?
Clive. And how could it not? But are we any better? I cannot claim. Such are the wages. Ironic, then. How may I help you today? Of course. Here you are. Very good.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? They're all right. But it's a long story. You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be... sitting under a pile of rubble. But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things... Then I'll check the workshop.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
We've had no word from Kanver for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Once those two and their bloody treasure hunts.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling?
Who's that?
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We definitely didn't break. It's broken, except... See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope. Nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All right. Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was The stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He is free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Kanver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Cole said it was an army of Acacia.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye? Or...
All right, Clive. Blackthorne told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
Worried about him.
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thanks. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorne, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your...
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you.
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorne.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that...
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Vast has improved, though. More than I thought possible.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe.
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what?
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and as far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work, because the curse breakers deserve better than second best, and I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride. And focus all your energies on the task at hand, keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't...
What'd you say, Blackthorne? It's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then?
In Dravost, my old...
Dravost, eh? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravost as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorne don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed it. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now...
All right, just...
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch.
Go on, then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravost. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge...
All right.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill.
Forge on the hill?
Good luck.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter!
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. You're not welcome here.
Blackthorne's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
He has.
He's waiting.
Then I suggest...
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find...
I'm a busy man, as you can see. Oh. And if you're struggling to find your way out, that prick knows exactly where they... He's not wanted here.
All right.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back?
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut. Let me guess.
As a personal favor to him, yeah.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what?
Which is what, if we're to help, what turned the village against you?
I left. Dravost. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. There are two kinds of smiths in this world. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, the kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats, and bit by bit. You would have torn Dravost in half had it gone on.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravost prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road, until the crystals run out at any rate.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. New crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive, Dravosh won't last long without its furnace, so... Do you think it's the way I see it?
Hold on, Blackthorne. Sid made those things for us, and you'd be throwing it away.
All right, this place was your home. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. Let this be another step on the Dravosh will show the world that it's... Wouldn't you agree, or...
When you put course. It's like hearing...
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you?
Oh?
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Time for a spot of hunting. Come on. Run like the wind. No holding back. Let's make this quick, shall we? No mistakes. Over here! I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
What's this all about, then?
Don't know. Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Right then. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in the...
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work.
You know what this means?
Sorry about earlier. That thing you built us is... You saved our village.
It's Blackthorne you should be thanking. What is it?
Pet coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer. Our secret for yours. I've always envied Blackthorne. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius, but he took all his talent and left. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme, these things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorne's got that twinkle back in his eye.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do.
All right.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, the whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has.
Oh, but that reminds me.
Pick old Cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness. And if that helps save even a single life... What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? Sounds like I better get to work.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorne.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I?
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorne's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
What do you want? Anything else?
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely.
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However...
I can't wait.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with morbels. Morbels are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a morbel vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth, the endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. That is correct. As for the morbel, I fear ordinary may not... Why, a notice...
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you...
Finished.
That was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Here. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. When I successfully graft this to the more... It's just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid. You've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. You must accept this phial as thanks for your assistance.
Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Tarja's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary. Will you talk to her?
I know better than to order Tarja to do anything.
Thank you.
Well, Tarja, Rodrigue's worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but...
I will, when it's time. Until then, we owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch...
How would tears help it?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy.
You wouldn't, Todd. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodrigue.
We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though. I can make the draft if you can bring me...
Just tell me what you...
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that... Bring me one of their eyes. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before we...
Thank you, Clive.
Rodrigue could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls. This one! Go for it! Get him! All yours, Morgul! This one! Over here! Farewell! Hopefully one will be enough. Rodrigue will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
Thank goodness you're back. Tarja looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Tarja's right. Sometimes a single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain. It may be a gentle way to die, but I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here.
Good.
Thank you, Tarja. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigue. And you, Clive.
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor back in the Southern Isles. On the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents. To treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change, and we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will.
I hope so.
Bring out your bearers! Let me and my mortar purge them of their sin!
You'll regret doing my mother's bidding.
Your work here is done. This isn't going to be easy. rest well. I know I will. Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy? Those who kill for sport deserve no better. That's better. You mean the Iron Kingdom? Let's see what's inside. Well, Clive, looks like you need a bigger sword. should have stayed in its shell. I needed that. That's like no chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken. But you're all ready. All yours, Corporal. Poor beast. There was nothing I could do. You didn't see that coming. Hope there aren't any more of them. By the horns. Over here! This one. Well, locals are sleeping easier without him at their gate. Nice try. There's a good boy. This one. This one. Over here! From the ruins it came, and to ruin it returns. It's dead now. Whatever it was. That's better. No more vengeance. No more war. Better already.
I was wondering when next you'd visit. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. Now this, I believe you will find most interesting. You wish to study the tomes? always welcome, Clive.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Here you are. Come again. I may have more for you.
What did you find down there?
So we did a lot of Notorious marks as well as side quest. And thank you for watching. Wish you well. See you in the next video.